My vintage stitch for this week is called Assumption. And I found this piece a few years ago, still wrapped in plastic and in pristine condition, at my parents' house while we were clearing it out before moving them to a senior apartment. So I'm pretty sure it was never displayed. In fact, a few years later, I thought, did I really find it at their house? Or did I find it in my craft room? Or did I find it at the shop? I thought perhaps it was a free chart from one of our Gloria and Pat wholesale newsletters, because they used to do that a lot, give us freebies we could Xerox for our customers. But I never found it going through my free charts, so I decided to photograph it and use Google image search, and sometimes that works. And I found out that it is available as an e-pattern on the Leisure Arts website as a single chart. It was originally published in 2008 in leaflet 339 in a book called Murphy's Law and the Reasons Why, and Other Reasons Why Things Go Wrong. And they had wrong upside down on the cover, which I thought was a really cute way to advertise the book. So since it wasn't a free chart and I probably didn't stitch it for the shop, it was a gag gift for my dad, most likely for his birthday or for Father's Day, because he had a version of this that he said to us kids the whole time we were growing up. His version was, don't assume, it makes an out of you and me. We still hear it. Well, we don't hear it so much, but now we're kind of saying it back to him. So we've learned with my dad to kind of not believe the first thing he says, or we need to do some more research on it. And I have a couple of stories that reflect this whole assumption theme. So last year, he heard from his eye doctor that she had never seen like such a comeback from his treatments for macular degeneration. And in a group text he sent to my brothers, he told them he was clear to drive again. Did she actually say that? Nope. I was sitting right next to him in the room. Notice I wasn't included in that group text. So was he trying to pull the wool over their eyes, or I don't know. But his keys were taken away because of his reflexes, not necessarily his eyesight. So I don't know why he would have assumed that, even if she thought his eyesight was better.
he had one of those one-car accidents in a parking garage, and you hear this a lot with older people. He hit the gas instead of the brake pedal, so that whole story. Okay, then I was driving him to Skechers, and he said, I assume they'll have a wide variety of slip-ons for me to try. That's why we were going, because we had heard of their new slip-on technology. He did a little bit of research, and he printed out exactly one picture of their work shoes. So I don't think he noticed that it said work. He has a lot of foot issues, so I did not assume they would have a wide variety of styles. I was hoping we would find one thing that would work for him. We did order 2 pair. He hasn't gotten them yet, to my knowledge, so I don't know if they worked, but he's currently wearing these really clunky Velcro shoes because he can't bend over to tie shoes. And he also has a lot of issues with swelling because of circulation issues. These Velcro shoes are probably supposed to be like slippers, but he's been wearing them for a couple of years, out in public and everywhere we go. So anyway, I hope they work, but don't make assumptions. Then we had to change pharmacies because all the Rite Aids closed. And he said, don't forget to sign me up for their free delivery service. And did he check it out? No, Walgreens doesn't have a free delivery service. It's fine. He just assumed they would, but it's a pharmacy on the corner of 2 main streets, and it's on my way to his house. My husband and I, pass that intersection every day, and so it's no problem. But, he made an assumption without checking it out. Then he asked me to attend a residence council meeting with him at his apartment complex. It's called Danbury Senior Living. And he didn't check first whether I was allowed. So he's hard of hearing. He wears hearing aids, but he still has difficulty in group situations or in places like restaurants where there might be a lot of noise in the background that would interfere. Plus, a few weeks ago, we had to send one of his hearing aids away to be fixed. So I walk in behind him, and the gal in charge stares at me, and I said, it's okay, I'm with him. And she said, nope. So I wasn't allowed because I wasn't a resident. And I tried to explain why, and she said, he can sit at my table. But the problem is, and I'm actually going to talk to somebody about this, he said she would say, any more questions? And somebody would be, in the back, like Charlie Brown's teacher. And he couldn't hear what the question was. And then the gal leading the meeting would say, oh, blah, 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 that'll be taken care of next week. But he didn't know what the question was. So, like a moderator at a political rally or something, you should always repeat the question for the rest of the crowd before you give your answer. So anyway, but it's okay. I spent the whole time that he was in the meeting with the facility administrator, who was free at the time. And we actually got quite a few things squared away because I asked the right questions and I made no assumptions. So anyway, that's my story that goes along with my vintage stitch. Thanks for listening. I have a few new models on loan from Carol Leonard, who I think has given us all of the Amy Brecken designs that are on display. And Peace and Love are both in the same leaflet. I just looked it up like 5 minutes ago. I think it's $8. And Carol stitched hers on 18 count Fiddler's Light Aida cloth. And you could have a lot of fun with these to match the colors to your decor if you wanted to. And she just put them in 2 little ready-made frames. And that leads me into the automatics for this week. So we got 2 new installments in the Amy Brecken Home is My Happy Place Sal. That's what the whole thing looks like. And this week we got 5 and 6. And there's still time to join if you want. it'll just, probably take a couple weeks to get the previous ones back in stock. They're $8 each, and this sale does not include embellishments, so it's a little bit easier for people to change their fabric count to something that they prefer, because you don't have to worry about the embellishments fitting into a specific area. Then there was another chart that she offered during Needlework Marketplace a few weekends ago. It's snowmen, and she had other snowmen available that time, so I think that's why she added a few extra charts that kind of went along with the theme. But I had forgotten about it, so I went ahead and ordered more, but I didn't show it to you last time because it wasn't actually new Marketplace charts. So anyway, this is Besties, and it has the 3 designs in it. One she shows framed. I believe she might have done this frame herself, but they're no longer available. She found the wholesale supplies she found the supplies to be too expensive to do wholesale anymore. So she's no longer making the frames. And the little tuck pillows were from Adam Original. And I tried to find out if they were still available just by searching the internet. And I could not find any evidence even of Adam Original on Facebook, Etsy, or having a website. Not to say that she's not still in business, but I don't think I've seen her at market since 2020. But you could certainly make your own pillows or make them smaller as ornaments or put them in little frames or do whatever you want. You could put all 3 in the same picture. Anyway, I thought I would remind you guys of this chart since I apparently needed to be reminded as well. Then the next automatic was from Stitching with the Housewives. I believe this might be number 2 in the Blooming Roots series called Bittersweet Boulevard. And this is a Paisleys and polka dot house situation that you order directly from them and paint it yourself. But if you belong to the Stitching with the Housewives Facebook page, you may have seen that some stitchers are doing this design either on top or below the main design if they're not going to do the house situation. This also would make a really good long pin pillow. There's a lot of ideas because they're not huge designs. Then the next one is a standalone called It's Not Clutter. And it's done on a crate by Hobby Lobby. And as you know, Priscilla and Chelsea always put the information on the back of the chart so you can duplicate what they've done. And then this is the newest one in the Word Swap series called Jack-O-Lantern. Again, it's a Hobby Lobby, or it's a rectangle sign frame. So it might say something underneath and then you just cover it. And if I didn't show them properly, these were all $10. Then I wore some bead jewelry to remind myself to show you this Stitchy Kindness gift that I got from my sweet customer and friend Irene, who thought of me while she was on vacation. So she brought back, she brought back these earrings for me, which are just perfect, and I don't already have them. And they're by Silver Forest, which I do like that company. So I thought that was really sweet that she thought of me. So as you may have noticed, I'm filming in different areas of the shop. I'm trying to get back into vlogging so that it's a little easier for me to put my videos up on Sundays. But it's hard to do these after hours because when the sun is setting, the light comes in at such a strange angle that I'm sometimes not able to film. And I can't do it in the bathroom because the light's not good in there. So I only have certain places I can film. So hopefully this will work out and it'll make my life a little bit easier. So, okay, we'll see you soon. Today I have 4 more designers from Needlework Marketplace whose orders have arrived. I'm going to start with Counting Puddles. Lindsay is from Boise, Idaho, and her background is as a graphic designer, and I think you can tell in her designs, they're really sweet. And as a shop owner, I'm actually quite impressed with the quality of the paper that she uses. It's just leaflets like this, no plastic bag required. They don't flop over. It's really sturdy. And then of course her graphics are really easy to read. So I think you'll enjoy working from her charts. So the first is a series of ornaments, which I already have to reorder and they just came. Snowflake Goat. This series is all $8. Snowflake Llama. And Snowflake Sheep. So I think that's really a cool series, and I hope she does more animals. I like the stand that she has too. I'll have to look into what that is and where that's from. There's some older ones mixed in here too, because I think I kind of got one or two of everything that she had in her repertoire instead of just focusing on the new ones. I wanted to see which ones were going to be popular before I had to reorder. So this is Berry Good Day. Can you see the blue bear? That's 10. Then there's a little series here, Rabbit and Squirrel's Bright Winter Ornament, or Winter Bright Ornament. And they face each other, so of course you have to stitch both. And those are $8. And then these are the larger leaflets. Books Are Magic for, I started to say 10, I can't read backwards, 13. Brew Crew for 14. There's just so much detail. Cozy Little Cottage for 12. Crafty Cats for 12. Frolicking Foxes for 14. Love Grows Here for 10. That kind of has a quilty look to it. Magical Snowflakes for 12. I love this. I think all of that would make me crazy, but I would get over it because I think this is just so attractive on the dark blue fabric. And I love snowmen. All right, then mini snowflake ornaments for 10. Santa's Moonlit Ride for 16. And just look at how dimensional that looks. She really put a lot of effort into that. It doesn't just look like Santa and the reindeer are stacked on top of each other. It really shows some depth the way she designed it. I just really love this one. Then Songbird Serenade for 14. Spooktacular Party for 14. And Sweet Summertime for 12. A lot of detail in that. I think I'd love to do this one. I love lemonade. My husband's favorite fruit is watermelon, and of course I love bees. Ugh, I love that one. That's a big stitch though. A lot of stitches in that one. All right, then we have JBW Designs. I think I'm just gonna start with the one that everybody knows about and the one that I got pre-orders for. And that is Sing a Song of Stockings. And here are all of the ones that are in this book. So there's 15 designs for 33, but what a deal if you really like doing little stockings, because the stockings on their own, other series that she's had have been $10 and $12 just for one design. And then if you want, you can get the pack of charms, and then it tells you where to place them. Okay, then Fleur de Noël, and if you've stitched any of Judy's designs, you know that she often shows you different color combinations. Let's see, that was 14. And then Schoolhouse in the Round is 12. And compared to her other rounds, this one has more larger motifs in it, so it looks a little bit different, but it's so cute. And then these are the, let's see, I thought these were the rounds from the Bee Company. She has like some backing ornaments that she gets from the Bee Company, and she actually doesn't give them credit on here, but I think that's where they're from. A Quaker Stocking is 12. Enchanted Village Stocking is 12. And Sampler Stocking is 10. It's part of an earlier series. Okay, then we have Siren Stitchworks, and she is from the Pacific Northwest, but her design style reflects different cultures and history, and I just think she has a really eclectic catalog, and it's just so interesting to look at. And there's a lot of patriotic, which you know I love. A Congress of Eagles is, I keep forgetting, I need to look first, 16, and you get all 5 of those designs. Then the Aloha alphabet sampler is 8. And I think I'm gonna have to do this because we've been to Hawaii 3 times, and my husband used to, it was his favorite place to vacation before he met me. He used to just go on his own. And I love this because the Hawaiian alphabet only has 13 letters, and I already have a collection of stitched and other artwork in pineapple. So I was thinking maybe I would do this in green, or maybe all in black on a green background that would go with my other pieces. I think it's so pretty. Christmas in Veerland, and this is 13. I thought I better look at the price first, that way I can show you the picture up close. Those are just so interesting. Then Coverlet Eagle is 6. Juneteenth is 7. Liberty Sampler is 8. Then she has 2 Mexican Menagerie. They're each $15, and you get 5 designs. The first one has all earth tones, and the second one is completely different designs, but she calls them the jewel tones. And the last one that I got is Titanic Sampler for 20. And then I went back and looked at some previous videos, and I think this was the first order to come, and I had already priced them and put them out and forgot about them. So I don't think I've shown these to you. Stitches by Ethel had 4 new ones. Christmas Delivery, which of course my framer Bonnie snatched up right away because she loves her designs, and she's doing all the crows. So that one's 12. Joyful Christmas Ornaments 2024. Hey, when people date things, you know they're gonna do more, right? And that's 9. I guess I can show it to you closer. And Music in the Woodlands is 9. And October 31st Pin Keep is 9. This will be really fun to see the fabric that people choose for these. There's so many different ones that would work. So that's it for Marketplace. I think there only might be one more company that I'm still waiting for. So I'll just throw that in next time. All right, thanks.